What is namespace in C Sharp? This is the fundamental question get asked during your interview when you are applying as a freshers or a 6 month or 1 year of experience. Now, to learn and understand the what is namespace, I am using MVC Core project. You can use any of your project like a console application or whatever. Here for the practice purpose, because nowadays all the developers prefer to work with the MVC or MVC Core or Blazor and Mavi, so that's why I use the MVC core projects for the this practical example. Let me click and create the new controller for the testing. Create the empty controller MVC. Give the meaningful name which you want to wish, and uh, code test, which is my controller name. You can see that currently. Let me just uh, you can see that, yes, you can see that my code test controller is belong to the namespace MVC core dot controller. That means that if in whenever if we have multiple projects in our solution explorer and interested to access this code test controller, you need to include the MVC core dot controller and you can access it. Let's just practically understand it. Inside this model, you can see that we have a error view model class. Now this error view model class is belong to the namespace of a MVC core dot model. And if I am interested to use this error view model class in my this controller, what I need to do, I need to write error view model, the class name, and immediately you can see that using the using keyword in a C sharp, like in a C or C++, we use the include, and we can include our library like stadio.h and conio.h, something like this, if I'm not wrong, because I did a C code in very long time ago. But this is how you can use and access the function and method which is present in stadio.h and conio.h. Somehow same way, if you are interested to access the class, the error view model class in your controller, so at that time what you need to do, you need to specify your include my MVC core dot model with the prefix using, you can easily work with it and create the object of the class, access the property of the model, let's say request ID, and assign the GUID, whatever the things you wish to assign, you can access it. But let's say I am not interested to include my MVC core model dot model with the use of a using statement. You can see that immediately shows me the error. Let's just copy this word MVC core dot model over here and paste it like this. Same way, let me paste it like this dot, and same way over here like this. Now you can that again it is working fine properly. Why? If you are interested to make your code a little bit shorter, at that time using keyword will help us, and you can include your namespace in your controllers or in a class library with the using keyword. Now let's just understand same thing with the another example. Fine. Let's me create here another class. Let's say a class, and the class name is uh, student class. Now again you can see that if whatever in future, whatever the class you create in your MVC, right, in your MVC core, whenever you create any class inside your model, all the class will belong to the namespace of a MVC dot model. You can check it out over here. See, error view model belong to the MVC core dot model. The student class again belong to MVC core dot model. If in future if I create another class, all of them will belongs to the MVC, which is your MVC core, that means your project name dot folder, because MVC folder, this is the folder and this is the your project application. Fine. Now if you are interested to again use and access this student class inside your controller, uh, don't change, yes, if you are interested to again create the class of your object student class obj, uh, you can see that is equal to, and press the tab button. See, Microsoft has made the Visual Studio very friendly, so you can see that when you place the cursor, it shows me class MVC core demo.model.student class, but this is the shortcut form. So this is the advantage of your namespace. You can through the namespace you can easily access your controllers, your class, whatever the properties you're interested, member of the class, you can access it in your applications. Let's just create another unit test project, and let's just understand how we can access our controller inside XUnit. So first of all, we have created a project over here. We need to import, that means add the references of our project, that means MVC core demo. Fine. Now imagine that you are interested to access this code, test code controller inside your test unit test. Place it something like this, and immediately you can see that inside in line number 1, using statement gets automatically gets added, and you are ready to go. Whatever the test cases you are interested to create, you can create it. So this is the basic definition of a namespace. These are the questions don't ask during your interview as a freshers level, or a 2 to 3 months or 6 months of experience in C#. Thank you very much.